you look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vac the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com.
For our nightcap between the Model Blue Devils and the Bremen Blue Devils. So it's a battle of Blue Devils tonight inside Woodard Gymnasium. I'm Matt Davis to bring the play-by-play story of the basketball game for you. Looking forward to it. We had a really exciting game for our first one. We'll see if that continues into the second game. The Model Lady Devils won tonight 46-38. Leading scorer for the Lady Devils was freshman Cam Sanders, who scored 9 of her 11 points in the third and fourth quarters of the game. So most of her points there in the second half, and just a great team effort for Sally Eccles' Model Lady Devils. But let's turn our attention to the boys game now and start to break down this matchup between your Model Blue Devils and, again, the Bremen Blue Devils visiting tonight. The Model Blue Devils come into the game 0-2, 0-1 in region play. And we'll talk a little bit about the scheduling, because the first game of the season, the regular season, was a loss to Rabun County, a really good basketball team. That was at a tournament that was at True McConnell, little showcase there. And Model lost that game 65-53. They went on the road again for their second game, playing a red-hot Darlington Tigers basketball team. Lost that one 66-56, but played really competitive in both of those first games of the year. So they're playing some good basketball still, trying to get things into the rhythm of the season and kind of put it all together. Right now we're looking at Noah Travis on the video feed, if you happen to be watching that. Certainly one of the notable things that happened in the Darlington game that kind of put them at a disadvantage was Noah, who you just saw on the video there, and you may note is not dressed out tonight, got popped by an elbow in the face, and he had to miss the rest of that game due to precautionary reasons, and he's going to be held out of this one as well for the same reason. I would suspect they'll get him back into the lineup coming up sometime next week, but that certainly hurt them there late in that second quarter, and then also throughout the entire second half of the ball game. So they had to be back without one of their best players and senior leaders on the team. So certainly wanted to point that out. Certainly not to take away anything from what Darlington did in the game. They played a fine ball game. I know that Brent Bell had a big game. I think he scored close to 30 points, was red hot from three-point range, got some open looks in that game. So they'll try to clean some things up on defense. But overall, I think Coach Travis is pleased with the effort and the play that he's got from his team for those first two games. And sometimes you see Model get a little bit of a slow start because of the tough competition that they play in those early games, trying to get fine-tuned for the competition that they're going to face throughout the year. So Model comes in 0-2. Bremen comes in at 3-2, 1-0 in region play. Their losses are to Cedartown and Mount Zion. Cedartown's 2-4 on the season. Mount Zion has won a couple of games. Their wins, Bremen's wins, are over Southeast Whitfield, Dalton Academy, and Pepperell, teams that haven't had unbelievable seasons so far this season. So I think this is going to be Bremen's toughest competition by maybe a pretty good margin that they've seen so far this season. We'll see what happens as the game progresses. But again, Bremen comes in 3-2 and 1-0. As far as averages are concerned, Model comes in averaging 54.5 points a game, giving up about 65.5. We're still early to talk about averages at this point, only playing a couple of games. After 5 games played, 61.2 points a game for Bremen. They've been pretty prolific on offense, 52.6 points against per game. They've won 2 in a row, and Model's lost 2 in a row. We got to take a 2.5-minute break. After that, we'll come back, feed you the starting lineups, and get ready for go time. It's Model and Bremen coming up after a 2.5-minute break.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
All right, we're going to give you the starting lineups, and then we'll get this thing tipped off. We're going to start with the Bremen Blue Devils. And number 3, Josiah Survey. I believe that's how you say his name. I'll have to get a double check on that in a minute. Number 4, Rhett Pearson in the starting lineup tonight. Number 5, Joshawn Jones. Number 10, Thacker Dudley in the starting lineup tonight. And then rounding out the starting 5 here for Bremen, number 13, Josh Merrill. And I may have written down Josiah's name down wrong. As I mentioned to you, I didn't get the roster until 5 minutes before we went on the air. And so it looks like a 2-year-old wrote down the name. So if I get some wrong, it could be that. Now we'll give you the home team. By the way, Bremen Blue Devils, their head coach is Coach Chambers. For the Model Blue Devils, number 10, John Mason, a junior in the starting lineup tonight. Number 11, a guard, 5'10" senior Stevie Dallas. Starting at guard tonight, 5'9", Owen Mathis. Also in the starting lineup, number 21, Bryson Denson, the sophomore. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Model Blue Devils is going to be number 23, 6'6" senior Chase Allen. And the head coach of the Model Blue Devils is Jacob Travis. The Model Blue Devils last year, 22-8, went 12-1 in region play, were the region champs out of Region 7 AA. They went on to the Elite 8, where they were eliminated against the eventual state championship team out of Westside Augusta. The year before that, in 2023, the Model Blue Devils got to the Final Four. Very competitive in that Final Four game against Providence Christian. And then the year before that, they were the Elite 8, an Elite 8 team as well. So this Model team's had quite a run. There's the tip-off. It goes to Model. They're going to open up with possession of the basketball as Chase Allen won the tip and got the ball over to John Mason. Now Model with it. Mason's got it. Goes towards the paint. Kicks it out. Stevie Dallas, wide open three, opens up. The first shot of the game. Misses. Here's Owen Mathis. That would have been a 2, but he missed the shot as well. So 2 open looks for Model. Can't cash in. Here comes Bremen, and quick. What a move across court by Josh Merrill. He is fast, and he got to the other end coast to coast and laid it in for the first points of the game. Shot off the rim won't go. Keeping it in was Allen, but he got it over to Bremen. Man down here for Bremen on the other end of the floor. And we're going to have a timeout called here because of the injury. Man that went down was Merrill, who just went coast to coast on the first score of the game. They don't want to lose him immediately. Kind of hobbling around a little bit as he goes across the floor over to the bench. So right now 2-0 is your score after Merrill opened up the game with a transition layup. And now we get ready for Buffington to inbound the ball. Zay Buffington here for Bremen. They feed it to the right wing side. Shot on the way and through. Three-pointer for Jones. They go on a 5-0 run to start the game and could add to it. 7:07 left to go in the first quarter. You know, Bremen, I was looking at the record from last year. They didn't win a game. They were 0-24. They must have some different dudes this year because this team has opened up like a house of fire in the first minute of the game on a 5-0 run. Almost steal it away again. Bryson Denson comes out with it. Bremen got it back, and they lay it in. Make the run 7-0, and perhaps counting. That was number 10, Thacker Dudley, with the layup after the Model turnover. Stevie Dallas sends it up top to Mason. Mason back to Dallas. He backs up in front of the scorer's table. Model in their white uniforms. Got blue letters and numbers and black trim. Bremen in their blue uniforms with white letters and numbers, white checkered board trim, white and blue, well, white and blue rather. Model missed the shots. Bremen got the rebound. They come back the other way. Again, they've opened up this game on a 7-0 run. They're 3-2 on this young season. 1-0 in region play. They beat Pepperell for their first region win. Almost said Wegian. They're going to send it to the right wing side. Now try to dribble it up top. Model in man-to-man. Ball loose. Picked up by Model. Good defense right there. Model trying to get their first bucket of the game. Stevie Dallas to work it across center court. He's got it. Feeds it across to John Mason at the top of the key now, and to Bryson Denson on the right wing side. Denson had a big game against Darlington earlier in the week. Shot up. Goes in and out for Chase Allen. Model still trying to get the lid off the basket. Here's Mathis inside. No call there. Mason dribbles around the baseline, kicks it out. Deep three for Stevie Dallas. That goes in and out. Chase Allen tracks down the rebound. Second shot for Stevie, this time dialed in. Stevie Dallas gets the first bucket of the game for the Model Blue Devils. Certainly won't be his last, and that cuts it to a 4-point ball game. 7-3. Model trails by 4. Missed shot on the other end. Owen Mathis comes out with it coast to coast, picks up his dribble, sends it out to Denson, misses the three-pointer. Rebound's going to be taken by Jones, and Bremen's going to bring it back the other way. It's a 7-3 ball game. Bremen opened up the game on a 7-0 run, but then on a second chance shot, Stevie Dallas knocked down a big-time three. Here comes Bremen on the other end. Turnaround jump shot, clanks off the back of the rim. Chase Allen is there to get the rebound after the miss. Here's Stevie Dallas with the layup. Strong move to the bucket and finish. He's got all 5 points for Model, and a timeout's going to be called by Bremen. 7-5, Model trails by 2. 4:22 left first quarter. Back in 30 seconds.
Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
Bremen inbounds the ball. They open up the game on a 7-0 run, but Models answer with a run of their own. That's 5 points and counting, hopefully, to cut it to a 2-point game. Turnaround shot, no good. Bryson Denson gets it. One and done trip for Bremen. Lob pass the left wing side to Allen. He goes to work inside, kicks it out. Wide open Dallas. Oh! Looked like it was going to rim out. Circled the rim and went through Stevie Dallas. Young man's on fire. And that is going to give Model the first lead of the game, 8-7. Wow, 8-0 run here for the Blue Devils and Stevie Dallas. My goodness, what a great quarter of shooting for him. 8-7, Stevie Dallas with all 8 points here for the Blue Devils and a couple of threes and another field goal. That happened quick. 3:46 left to go in this really exciting first quarter of the ball game. Glad you're with us tonight for basketball coverage on WLAQ and Northwest Georgia Media. Love it when we join forces with Northwest Georgia Media and bring you coverage. We have a good time. Hope you're having a good time too. That's going to be a shot block as the freshman Woodley gets his hands in there. Dallas tries to lay it in on the other end for a transition bucket. Can't get the shot quite cleanly off, but he draws the contact. And now Dallas is going to go to the free throw line, and man, he's fired up. He's getting after it. Model leads at 8-7, and we get ready for a couple of shots from a red-hot Stevie Dallas at the free throw line. He's red hot right now, but he's got some cool shoes. He's got some like lime green looking shoes, something like that. I don't know what you call that. Knocks down the free throw, gets ready for a second. Those are cool looking shoes. I like them. I might get a pair. Second shot on the way, and that one's through. Stevie Dallas with 10 points for the Blue Devils, and that's all of them. They're up 10-7. Got a 3-point lead after trailing 7-0 to start the game. And they've silenced the Bremen crowd, or Stevie Dallas has. Quick turnover on the other end. Block shot. Good job by Josh Merrill, but he knocks out of bounds after he blocks Bryson Bell, and we get ready for Bryson to inbound the ball here for the Model Blue Devils. Thomas Patterson into the game off the bench here for the Blue Devils. Already had a bigger role for the team this year, and that will certainly continue, making the most of his minutes. There's Chase Allen underneath, puts up the shot. That one's short. Rebound's going to go to Bremen. Coming out with it was Dudley, Thacker Dudley. Going to leave it off for Buffington. Buffington going to bring it up the floor. Model leads at 10-7, 3:09 in a frenetically paced first quarter. Is that a word? I hope so. I said it. Here comes Model down to the low block. Ball goes off the foot of the Bremen player, ends up in the hands. Look what I found. Bryson Denson. Denson, who had 19 points at Darlington earlier in the week. Here's Denson, give and go, shot off the glass. It won't go. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay on Model's end. 2:46 left to go first quarter. Model leads at 10-7. They've ripped off a 10-0 run after Bremen started the game with a 7-0 run. And we got some Model Blue Devils royalty in the house today. Tell you about it in a second. But Chase Allen's got the ball into the paint. Little floater, that's going to be missed. Rebound's going to be taken by Bremen. And you want to talk about a couple of guys that don't blend in here. Jeremiah Hurd and Jakenis Hurd, the brothers Hurd, are in the building. And boy, we've watched them play some excellent basketball. Great to see those guys here tonight supporting their former teammates. Shot is up, and their school for that matter. Bryson Denson with the ball across the timeline, gets ready to go into the paint. Little floater is through. Bryson Denson with his first points of the game, and the lead is increased to 5, 12-7. 5-point lead. 2:02 left to go in the first quarter of the ball game, and there was something that ended up on the floor. I'm not sure what it was, some kind of equipment or something. And one of the bench players for Bremen went over and got it. Now we're ready to resume play, and Bremen inbounds the ball and brings it in. They're going to try to feed it across. Ball's picked off. Denson had it, tried to send it on a cross-court pass. It got away from him and went out of bounds, and so we get ready for Landon Hanna to inbound the basketball here for Bremen. Yep, this is First home game of the season for the Model Blue Devils after dropping their first 2 in road games. Trying to notch their first win. 12-7 is the score currently. 1:33 left to go in the first quarter. Hannah with it at the top of the key is going to leave it off for Bo Dudley. A couple of Dudleys have been into the game tonight here for this Bremen basketball team. Ball is knocked out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Bremen. It was off on Model. Beautiful night for basketball. It's freezing outside. We're inside and the heat is on. It's always a beautiful night for basketball, if you ask me, though. Bremen with the ball out around the perimeter. Dribbling with it right now is Buffington. Tries to work inside, but the defense keeps him out of the lane. Right now with it is Landon Hanna. He feeds it off to Josiah. Ball not loose. Stevie Dallas comes out with it. He feeds it off to the right wing side. The freshman with it. That's Woodley. Now back around to Mason. Now to Bell. Shot. The 3-ball missed. Turnaround shot there from John Mason. He misses that one, but he's going to go to the free throw line after having been fouled. 53.3 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter of the ball game. John Mason at the free throw line. This is the first free throw shots of the ball game for either team. So Mason puts it up. That one clanks off the back of the rim. Subs coming in for both teams. For Model, it's going to be Dominic Fraley. Has a little bit of height here to the lineup. Thomas Patterson's going to check out of the game for just a moment. We'll give you a floor check on both teams in a moment. 53.3 seconds left on the clock. That one rims out. So Mason misses them both, and the rebound goes to Bremen. They'll bring it back the other way with it. Buffington feeds it right wing side. Now they dribble into the paint, tied up between 3 defenders. Fraley comes out with it. He goes coast to coast, lays it in. Dominic Fraley makes his presence known here late in the first quarter and gets his first bucket just in off the bench. 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. 3-pointer on the way. He drills it. That was Bo Dudley. Great shot. 14-10 your score. That happened fast. 20 seconds on the clock. Model leads it. Cross-court pass wide open. And Bill is going to miss the 3-point shot. Trying to get zeroed in. Ball passed to Dudley over on the left wing side. He hit the deck going to the floor. And right now, Coach Travis having some words for Bryson Bell, giving him some firm instruction, it looks like, as well as a couple of other players here for Model. Didn't like that last sequence. Now he's talking to the official. Sub getting ready to come into the game. Actually, 2 of them. Bryson Denson's going to check back in, as well as Owen Mathis here in just a couple of moments. Model basketball for you on WLAQ and also the Northwest Georgia Media live stream presented by Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. And that's actually going to be a technical foul issued against Model. And here's the first shot. It is through. Bo Dudley makes the first, gets ready for the second, and then obviously they'll have possession of the ball as well. So this could be quite the swing here. Model's lead cut to 3. Second shot on the way, and that one rims out. Rattles off the rim, and now we'll get ready for Bremen to inbound the basketball, trailing only by 3 with 8.2 ticks left on the clock in the first quarter. Inbound pass is going to go to Buffington here for Bremen. The Blue Devils going to leave it off for Jones. He goes into the paint, off the glass, and through. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And we got a 1-point ball game getting ready for the second frame. 14-13, Model leads it over Bremen. We're back in 1 minute.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service. Attorney Stephen Woodard is pleased to help support this broadcast. Contact Mr. Woodard for your estate planning needs at area code 706-291-7050.
Hey, we welcome you back into Woodard Gymnasium High School Hoops night on WLAQ on a Friday night, and also the Northwest Georgia Media live stream. We get ready to start the second quarter with Model a 1-point lead, 14-13. Leading scorer in the first half was Stevie Dallas. He notched 10 points there in that first quarter. Leading scorer for Bremen was Jones. He had 5. Long three-point look on the way. That one rattles off the rim. The tip in won't go, but the ball ends up back with Bremen. Next shot won't go there for number 14, Eli Brock, who's in off the bench here for this Bremen team. Right now, some instruction for Owen Mathis and a very passionate Jacob Travis. I love the way he coaches the game. He is a very passionate, energetic, enthusiastic, we say passionate coach. He gets fired up. I love it. Bryson Denson sends it onto the left wing side, and Stevie Dallas now on to Mason, gets it over to Owen. He feeds it underneath to Chase Allen. He's got 2 guys on him, but despite that is able to muscle it through. So Chase Allen with his first bucket. 16-13. Model gets back out to a 3-point lead. Bremen with the ball. They send it cross court in front of the Model bench. Feed it up top. Now with the ball is Buffington. Buffington feeds it the left wing side to Dudley. Now back up top to Buffington. The feed underneath. Now back up to Buffington, kicks it out. Good ball movement from Bremen. Shot won't go though, and Bryson Denson is there to get the rebound for the Blue Devils, the Model Blue Devils. It's a battle of Blue Devils tonight. Everybody on the floor and in the building is a Blue Devil. Stevie Dallas with the ball in the left wing, sends it up top to Bryson Denson. He tries to work around a pick from Allen, goes inside and misses the shot. And that's going to be a whistle against the Model Blue Devils, and a foul is going to be charged. I think they got Denson on that one. Nope, Chase Allen on that one, rather. So Bremen will inbound the ball. Triggering it in motion is going to be Eli Brock. He'll feed it into Buffington. Zay Buffington, who brings it across the center court stripe, being guarded by Owen Mathis. They send it to the left wing. Now inside they go. Oh, big time block. Bryson Denson. And you had Stevie Dallas try to pass it cross court, but the pass was picked off by Hannah, and Bremen gets the ball back pretty quickly. Now they send it to the right wing side. Bo Dudley. Dudley tries to feed it up top. Stolen away by Stevie Dallas. One-on-one underneath. Gets blocked by Zay Buffington. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Bremen. Coming out with it. They bring it down the other side. Jones has got it. Goes in. Challenges Chase Allen. Misses the shot. Bryson Denson gets the rebound. We're under 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Model leads at 16-13 here in the boys game. Girls won earlier. There's Owen Mathis. Wide open three and money. Yes, sir. Owen Mathis knocks down his first look of the game, and it was nothing but net. You knew as soon as it left his hands, yep, that's going in. 5:35 left to go in the second quarter. Model increases the lead to 6, 19-13. 3 ball on the way on the other side, rattles off. Chase Allen gets the board for Model. They work it back right to left the other way. Stevie Dallas dribbles across the center court stripe, dribbles between his legs. He'll fling it across to the left wing side to Bryson Denson, right back out to Stevie Dallas. Now Chase Allen works on the inside, puts it off and through. Chase Allen off the glass and in. 21-13, and the Model lead is building. Bremen with on the left wing side. They're going to feed it underneath. Hannah trying to get it to the rim, can't. They send it back out around the perimeter. Dudley breaks towards the bucket, loses the handle. Coming out with it's John Mason. There's Denson down low to Allen. Oh, what a move and a score. Chase Allen with another bucket, and the score is now 23-13 in favor of Model, and Coach Chambers is going to call a timeout here for Bremen. Let's do the same thing. 30-second timeout. We'll be back.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Well, the fans getting into a little bit of YMCA. Even the security is getting involved in the dance over here. Always a fan favorite at all types of sports venues across the United States and probably beyond. 4:42 left to go. I've never been somebody that was the type of fan that would jump in those types of situations. I guess I'm a little bit more introverted, but I definitely admire and maybe even slightly envy the fun that they are having. Bremen's going to bring it up the floor, trailing by 10 now after a 9-0 run to start the second quarter here for the Model Blue Devils. Shot blocked there by Chase Allen. Ball gets loose. Bremen retains possession, shot off the glass and through, so the run stops at 9. And that was actually Eli Brock with his first bucket of the game for Bremen, and the score moves to 23-15. Model with the lead. Bell with it on the left wing side is going to feed it up top to Stevie Dallas. Dallas with it, sends it on to Chase Allen, jacks up the three. That one rims out. Pretty good looking shot. Patterson there tries to clean it up, misses the shot a little bit too strong there. Great effort, but here comes Bremen on the other end. They're going to work it up to the top of the key. Now tries to work into the paint, lost the handle. Dallas came out with it. The feed to Owen Mathis, one-on-one underneath, and he lays it in. Owen Mathis with a nice move to the bucket. He's got 5 points. The lead's back to 10, 25-15. Model Blue Devils over the Bremen Blue Devils. 3:39 left to go in the second quarter. Buffington with it. They send it around the perimeter to the right wing side. Now back up top. He drives in, misses the layup. Good move to the inside there by Josh Merrill, but he couldn't get the finish he was looking for. 3:23 left to go in the second quarter. Stevie Dallas loses the handle. Merrill comes out with it, challenges Stevie, gets blocked by Allen, and that's an offensive foul against Merrill. So we're going to see Model inbound the ball here after a couple of subs come into the basketball game for each team in a couple of moments when the official gives the go-ahead. Chase Allen set to inbound the ball as Bryson Denson and also Chatham Woodley, the freshman, checks back into the game for the Blue Devils. Good looking ball player, no doubt. He's going to make a lot of contributions to this team as a freshman this year, much like we saw from Bryson Denson last year. Chase Allen's got the ball. Ooh, ball poked free, but Allen is able to recover, retains possession. Denson with the ball. One of the things you notice about Denson this year, I don't know if he's been in the weight room or if it's just been the natural maturation process, but he's had a little bit of weight, bit of strength this year. Bremen going to bring it up the floor after the Model turnover. Merrill's got it. He's across the center court line with it. Going to try to split a couple of defenders, and the ball is going to be poked free and deflected away and stolen away by Model as he was trying to pass the ball to the left wing side. Good job by the Blue Devils defense. Bell bounces it in to Patterson off the glass, too strong. 2:39 left to go in the second quarter. Ball goes off of the official and out of bounds, but it was last touched by a Bremen player before it went off the official. So Model's going to inbound the ball, leading at 25-15, a 10-point lead in the ball game. 2:33 left to go. We're in the first half, or in the second quarter, I should say. And Allen feeds it off to the right wing side to the freshman, Woodley. He starts to break towards the basket and gets fouled. That's on the floor. It's going to be on Josiah Serby. And Denson feeds it in. Woodley's got it. Now back up top. Good ball movement by the Blue Devils. They try to get it inside to Patterson. Dives for it on the floor. Great effort trying to get that loose ball. And here comes Bremen on the other side trying to get the layup. Couldn't get the shot, but he does get fouled. Gets the contact, going to go to the free throw line. So Thacker Dudley, who made a nice move to the basket, again couldn't get the shot, but he did get the contact, so he has an opportunity from the charity stripe, his first free throws of the ball game. Get some points. They're going to try to with a shot clock. Misses the first free throw. Checking back into the game for Bryson Denson is going to be Stevie Dallas. Dallas playing in his senior year this year. Second shot coming up for Thacker Dudley, and that one goes off the front of the rim. Patterson goes up for a rebound, and that's going to be a foul against Bremen, I do believe. Yep, going to get Jayshon Jones with that one, and we get ready for the Blue Devils to inbound the basketball, leading this game 25-15 with 2:11 left to go in the second quarter of the ball game. Chase Allen with it. He has the ball poked free, chases it down in the backcourt, still getting after it, comes up with it. Good hands there by number 13, Josh Merrill of Bremen. It's pretty good little ball club. Well, we got a timeout called by Coach Jacob Travis. We're going to take it with him. 1:59 left to go in the second quarter. Model 25, Bremen 15. We're back in 30 seconds.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
The offense for him. 6 points for Allen, 5 from Owen. It was Stevie Dallas in the first quarter who had 10 points and really got things going here for the Model Blue Devils. And it's been kind of a game of runs. You had a 7-0 run to start the game for Bremen. Then Model ripped off a 10-0 run. They had a 9-0 run to start the third quarter. It's 25-15. Model leads it. Ball poked free as the pass into the lane is picked off. Good hands there by Thacker Dudley. He went the other way, turned the ball over, so it's coming back to the Blue Devils, Model Blue Devils. It's always interesting when you got the team, particularly when it's a fairly unusual one. I'd have to think about it, how many Blue Devils teams are in the state of Georgia. I know you got Bremen and Model, 2 of them playing here. I know as far as Dragons are concerned, one that's fairly rare, there are 3 schools that have the Dragons. But anyway, Chase Allen's got it. He's underneath, feeds it out to Bell. Now back up top to Stevie Dallas. They'll have to reset the offense. 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 1:31 on the game clock here in the second quarter. Allen can't handle the pass from Patterson. Ball gets loose and ends up in the hands of the Bremen Blue Devils. They bring it back the other way. In the hands of Merrill. Merrill feeds it across to Buffington on the right wing side. Back to Merrill. He works into the paint, picks up his dribble, needs some help. He's going to find Josiah Survey on the left wing side. Now back up top. They go. Nice move into the paint. Kicks it out. They drive the baseline. Shot up. Can't get it to go. Patterson's there for the rebound. So Thomas Patterson gets the board there and gives it off to Stevie Dallas, who's going to bring it up the floor. 55 seconds on the clock. Pass was over to Woodley. Couldn't handle it, and it goes out of bounds. And we get ready for Bremen to inbound the ball. To handle the inbounding duty is going to be Josiah. No, actually, it's going to be Zay Buffington. Buffington's going to feed it in to Josh Merrill, who's going to bring it up the floor here for Bremen. Bremen across the midcourt. Works it to the right wing side into the forecourt. Now back up top. Nice pass underneath. It's going to pinball off some players and out of bounds. I think it was last touch by Model, so this should be staying and is staying with Bremen. To trigger it in motion is going to be Josh Merrill. So Merrill surveys the floor, trying to find one of his Blue Devils, tries to bounce past it underneath, but Allen says, no, sir, I'll take that. Steals it away and immediately gets fouled by Bremen, and it looks like Model's in the bonus, so Chase Allen's going to go to the line shooting 1 and 1. So Allen will go to the free throw line for the first time of this ball game here for the Blue Devils. Oh, actually he has 2. So Allen at the free throw line getting ready to shoot 2. Shot on the way, and that one is through. He'll get ready for the second free throw as Owen Mathis will check into the game for Stevie Dallas. He'll go take a breather. Have a well-earned break. 38.1 seconds left on the clock, and Model leads it by 11 points here in the second quarter. Shot on the way. That one bangs high off the back of the rim. Thomas Patterson with the rebound. The putback won't go. Ball goes out of bounds. It's coming back to Bremen with 34.9 left on the clock in this second quarter. So Bremen set to inbound the basketball, trailing by 11. And they'll roll it in over to Jyshawn Jones, who feeds it back over to Buffington. Across the center court stripe, feeds it left wing side. Ball knocked loose. Coming out with it is Woodley. Goes in and lays it in. Nice job there by Chadon Woodley. His first bucket of the game. The freshman making an impression here in the second quarter. 28-15, 13-point Model lead. 11 seconds left to go in the half. Here's Bremen on the other side of the floor. From the free throw line, they kick it out left wing side. Long range 3, left that one short, barely caught the rim. 1 second, one shot, and that one's off the side of the rim, won't go. Got a pretty good look, decent shot, but couldn't get it to fall. And Model is going to take a 28-15, 13-point lead into the locker room. Let's send it back to the studio. Model on top, 28-15 over Bremen. In the boys game, we're back for the halftime show in 2.5 minutes.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors are tough thanks to more built-in weight, so they can safely pull flex-wing mowers and rescue neighbors stuck in the mud. And you're tough too. You haul feed and pull a float on your hometown parade.
Let's pray.
And still make it to supper. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable.
You've got the graphics at a high level, ESPN style, scoreboard angles, instant replay, anything you would expect to see on a regular broadcast, we're getting in a high school ball game.
They're set up, you wouldn't even know that they're even in the building. You just trust that they're getting the job done.
Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience.
Well, we welcome you back here to the halftime show of Model Blue Devils basketball. Our first coverage tonight of the season here of Model Basketball on WLAQ and also the Northwest Georgia Media live stream. And right now the Model Blue Devils up over Bremen 28-15 at halftime. Put together a 13-point lead going into the locker room. We're going to run down the scoring in a couple of moments. Before we do that, though, I'm going to get off topic for a moment and send a shout out to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks of Jacksonville State University in Alabama. Last week, they played the final regular season game of the year against Western Kentucky at their place and lost on a last play field goal, and that set up a matchup for the Conference USA Championship, which is taking place right now down in Jacksonville at Burgess Snow Stadium, or whatever advertising title it is now, AM First or something like that stadium. And Jacksonville State is putting a whooping on them in the conference championship game. They're up 35-6 with 10 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So this alum is a happy boy right now. Hopefully they'll be able to keep that trend headed in that direction. But the Model Blue Devils right now up 28-15, hoping that trend continues as well. The Model Lady Devils earlier won 46-38, the final score in that one, so they're looking for the sweep in this one. Well, the Model Blue Devils and the Bremen Blue Devils had a really tight first quarter. It was a game of runs in certain points of the game. It was 14-13, a one-point battle at the end of the first quarter. But by the time we got to the end of the second quarter, Model had really put together a lot of scoring in that quarter and had outscored Bremen 14-2. Played much better defense there in that second quarter as well. So Model outscoring Bremen 14-13 after the first quarter, outscored them 14-2 in the second quarter, and lead at 28-15 here at halftime. So let's run down the scoring. We're going to start with the visiting Bremen Blue Devils. They would pick up 5 points from Jyshawn Jones, 2 points for Thacker Dudley, 4 for Bo Dudley, 2 points for Josh Merrill, and 2 points for Eli Brock. The only score of the second quarter for Bremen Blue Devils was Eli Brock and his field goal there in that quarter. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, who are on top by 13, they pick up 5 points from Owen Mathis, 2 from Bryson Denson, 2 points apiece for Chaden Woodley and Dominic Fraley in off the bench, 7 points for Chase Allen, all of his 7 in the second quarter. He really heated up in that quarter. And Stevie Dallas is the leading scorer in the game right now with 10 points. All 10 of his points were in that first quarter. And remember, Bremen opened up the game with a 7-0 run, and then Stevie Dallas got hot and shut it down with 10 points of his own. And again, Model leads this thing 28-15. We're at halftime. So a fun first half of basketball here. Do want to take a couple of moments here to recognize the crew. Again, live coverage provided by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ of Model Basketball again this season, presented by our good friends over at Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. Here's the crew for tonight. PA announcer is Grayson Atkins in his senior season. Cameras tonight, Clay Hardiker and Bennett Abernathy. Scoreboard and graphics, Caleb Bice. Replay tonight's David Corbin. Director, guru, and fixer of stuff, Nathan Patterson. And I'm Matt Davis with play-by-play. And certainly should not leave out our buddy back at the studio, Lynn Butler. I don't think I mentioned that in the first game. I'm sorry, Lynn, man. I need to give you the proper credit. We appreciate you being there, Lynn, and running the board back at Command Central at the Foot 'em in Alto, or as some people call it, the Athletes Foot 'em in Alto, WLAQ. Now, our next broadcast coming up of Model Basketball will be on Friday and Saturday of next week. The next game is on Tuesday, December the 10th at Hurt County, 6 and 7:30. Girls at 6, boys at 7:30. Then our next broadcast will be Friday, December the 13th. Both teams play in Haralson County, 7 and 8:30 for those games. On Saturday, December the 14th, Calhoun girls will be here playing against the Model girls, and North Paulding boys will play Model Blue Devils. 6 for the girls, 7:30 for the boys, and I believe we'll have coverage of all those games for you on the radio and also the live stream. And then the Christmas tournament's coming up. Seven Hills Rotary Christmas Tournament coming up December 17th, 19th, and 20th. Bracket's going to be released on Tuesday at noon, so stay tuned for that. Let's step out for 2 minutes. Model leads at 28-15 at halftime. We're back for the second half after a 2-minute break.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Attorneys.
Welcome you back here to live coverage of Model basketball. Just set now to start the second half of this ball game. Model will enter it with a 28-15 lead over Bremen. Really turned it up there in that second quarter of the game defensively, and also been consistent throughout with the scoring 14 points in each of the first and second quarters. The Model Blue Devils did. Model trying to get their first win of the season. There's a pass out to Stevie Dallas. Thought about the three, had second thoughts, gave it to Mason. Now on to Bryson Denson on the left wing side. Back out to Dallas at the top of the key. Also Chase Allen, Owen Mathis, and Mason on the floor for the Blue Devils. We'll give you the 5 here for Bremen in a couple of moments. Right now they're working fast. Ball is knocked loose, and that's going to be off of one of the Bremen players. Intense battle between couple of Blue Devils teams here tonight, and it was a good girls game that we had earlier. Model eventually won that game 46-38, but Bremen put up a fight, no doubt. Bryson Denson with a missed 3. Rebound goes to Bremen. They'll come back the other way in the hands of Josh Merrill. Merrill, also Rhett Pearson on the floor here for Bremen. Don't know their names quite as well yet as the Model Blue Devils. Joshawn Jones is out there as well. Take me a little bit longer to get around to him. Shot is made there by Pearson, his first bucket of the game. 28-17 is your score. So Bremen gets the first score of the second half. There's Denson, breaks towards the bucket. Now passes it up top to Stevie Dallas. Had a hard time handling the pass. Regains possession. Oh, a ball is going to be stolen away. Good hands there by Pearson. Tries to go coast to coast. Has his pocket picked by Stevie Dallas, who got the ball back. Dallas with it. Dribbles over towards the M at midcourt. Now Denson takes the pass from Allen off the glass. Strong to the bucket and finished for Bryson Denson. And it's 30-17. Models back out to a 13-point lead. So they've traded buckets here in the first minute and 40 seconds of the third quarter. Both teams have scored 1. Bremen with the ball into the paint. Strong move to the bucket, but can't get the finish he was looking for. Putback won't go, and a foul is going to go against Model and send Thacker Dudley to the free throw line here for the Bremen Blue Devils. Going to have a lot of high school basketball coverage for you over the course of the season. We're just getting started. As far as the radio coverage, getting started a little earlier than we normally do, but that's just because we can't get enough of it, folks. We want to squeeze in as much as possible because the season will get past you in a hurry, and you got to soak it in, don't you? First shot was made from Dudley. He'll get ready for his second as some substitutions are made. So we'll give you another floor check on both teams. Patterson's into the game here now for the Model Blue Devils. Shot on the way is through. Dudley makes them both, and the score moves to 30-19, so an 11-point lead for Model. Stevie Dallas with the ball, sends it to Chase Allen. Now on to Denson around the left wing side, back to Mathis. Some good ball movement there for the Model Blue Devils, and a foul is going to go against Bremen. It's going to go against number 3, Josiah Serb. I've said his name about 3 or 4 different ways. I apologize. I'm going to stick with Serb the rest of the way. Stevie Dallas on to Denson, goes in, puts it off the front of the rim. Ball is pinballed off of several players, ricochets away from all of them, and a foul is going to be called. What did they get on that one? It's going to be on Jayshon Jones, number 5 for Bremen. That's going to send Bryson Denson to the free throw line for the first time. His first trip to the charity stripe in this ball game. First shot's on the way, and that one rattles through. So he'll get ready for a second free throw. Model leading this one 31-19 with 5:44 left to go in the third quarter. Denson fires the next one, and that one's through. We're going to have some college basketball for you on WLAQ tomorrow. Georgia Tech men's basketball for you on the radio as they head to the Dean Smith Center, the Dean Dome, to face the UNC Tar Heels, North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's interesting in my house because I'm a Georgia Tech fan and my wife is a diehard North Carolina fan. Had an interesting circumstance last year as that game was hosted at Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech pulled off a major upset in that game, and I was with 7 family members that were North Carolina Tar Heel fans. They were disappointed. I was not. I tried to contain my excitement, could not do it. Ball gets loose on the other side. It's coming back to Model. But hey, it can be tough to be a Tech fan. They've played 2 top 25 teams this year and lost to both of them. They're probably going to do it again tomorrow. Model with the basketball on the left wing side. Stevie Dallas with it, sends it up to Owen Mathis, gets it down to Thomas Patterson. Almost called him Nathan. That's his dad's name. But Thomas does a great job there of challenging inside, drawing the contact, and finding himself at the charity stripe. So he's got his first free throw opportunities of this basketball game. First shot's on the way, and that one rattles home. So we'll get ready for the second free throw. Checking back into the game for Bremen's going to be Eli Brock. Having a seat is Rhett Pearson. Patterson with one more free throw, and that one clanks off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Jones, and Bremen the other way. Oh my goodness. Josiah Jones went coast to coast, and he ran into an absolute brick wall that is Thomas Patterson, and went right to the floor. So we get ready for Bremen to inbound the basketball as the ball rolled out of bounds. Off on Model. There's kind of a wild shot, but it went through there for Thacker Dudley. And the score is moved to 33-21, an 11-point, or rather a 12-point lead here for Model with 4:47 left in the third quarter. And at the line, shooting one is going to be Thacker Dudley after he drew the contact. So he's got a 3-point opportunity here, and he makes it. So he converts the 3-point play, and that makes it a 33-22 game. And Bryson Denson with the ball for Model on the right wing side, feeds it in to Chase Allen. He spins around, tosses across the baseline. It's Stevie Dallas who absolutely nails one from deep. Great pass from Chase Allen, and the finish from Stevie Dallas. That was awesome ball movement from Model. Shot up on the other end and through from Dudley. He's having a big game today. We'll give you his totals in a couple of moments. 4:15 left to go in the third quarter. Chase Allen with the ball, makes his move towards the paint, puts it up, splits 2 defenders, misses. There's Patterson to try to clean it up. Good kick out pass to Denson, who drives in the lane, goes to work. Ball is going to be batted away from him, though, and Bremen comes out with it with under 4 to go in the third quarter. Big time block from a big time player, Chase Allen. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and Bremen gets ready to inbound the ball. Model leads at 36-24. A little over halfway through the third quarter of this one. Thomas Patterson's going to have a seat, and checking into the game for Model is going to be Woodley. Another wild shot, but it goes in again for Thacker Dudley, and that brings it to a 10-point ball game. 36-26. Mason, Woodley inside to Allen, splits 3 defenders and muscles it through. Strong move to the bucket for Chase Allen, and a timeout's going to be called. We'll take it as well. 3:36 left to go, third quarter. Model 38, Bremen 26. We're back in 30 seconds.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel Stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
Well, I hope you and the listening area and viewing area, which could be anywhere in the world, who knows. Hope you're having a great Christmas season, holiday season so far. Had a wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends, and lots of yummy, delicious food. My family went to Cracker Barrel, followed by a trip to Buc-ee's, so that was pretty nice. All the fun and no cleanup. Ball goes out of bounds on the cross-court pass. Nice thought, but couldn't execute, got away from him, a little bit out of control there, and ball's coming back to Bremen. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I went to Buc-ee's 3 times in the span of 1 week during Thanksgiving in 2 locations, Florence, South Carolina, and twice in Florence, South Carolina, and once in Calhoun. How about that? Bremen with the ball. They got it at the top of the key, start to drive the lane. Nice move inside. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called. They're going to get the Blue Devils with this one, it looks like. Yep. It's going to be on Chase Allen. We get ready for Bremen to inbound the ball. That was on the floor. Josh Merrill set to trigger it in motion here for this Bremen offense. They get it into Thacker. He's had the high hand turnaround, fadeaway jump shot, and through. The man can't miss. 38-28 is the score. Bremen trails by 10. Bryson Denson with it on the right wing side for Model. Cross-court pass to an open Woodley. Misses the shot there to try to clean it up. Was Mason with a tip-in opportunity but couldn't convert. Here comes Bremen on the other side. A missed shot off the glass. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Who last touched it? I believe it was Model, so it should stay with Bremen. Yep. To inbound the ball is going to be Josh Merrill. Getting fairly late in the third quarter here. We're going to have a timeout called by Coach Chambers and Bremen, so we'll take it with them. 2:42 left to go, third quarter. Model 38 to Bremen's 28. We're back in 30 seconds.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Bremen off the inbound pass is able to convert. Scoring the basket there was Jones, and the inbound pass came from Josh Merrill. Good inbound play there out of the break. 38-30 is your score. Model leads it by 8 points. Chase Allen underneath. Ball knocked loose. He hangs with it though. Great effort. And finally a whistle and a foul called against Bremen. I think they got Thacker with that one. So that's going to send, nope, Jay-Sean Jones actually. And number 23, Chase Allen, going to the free throw line with a couple of shots here. So Allen at the charity stripe. First one's going to rim out. He'll get ready for a second free throw attempt after getting a little bit of encouragement there from Woodley, the freshman, as well as Bryson Denson, the sophomore. Allen at the line, second shot on the way, and that one's nothing but net. 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Model out to a 9-point lead. 39-30 is the score. Trying to get their first win of this young season. Started the season 0-2 against 2 tough, really good basketball teams. All right, Bryson Denson brings it back the other way after a one-and-done trip there for Bremen, and that's going to be left short by Woodley on the 3-point attempt. But Mason tracks down the board. Stevie Dallas with the ball on the end at midcourt. Nice feed underneath to Chase Allen from Mason. Allen is tied up, but he's able to muscle through and make it happen regardless. And he's got another bucket. He's having a big game. He's got 12 points so far in this one. Leads all scorers in the game, I believe. We may have to check on that in a minute. But nonetheless, here comes Bremen. No look pass to the right wing side. 3-ball in the air. Misses everything. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called against the Blue Devils. I think they got Bryson Denson on that one. Yep. Subs coming into the game. Dominic Fraley checking in, as well as Bryson Bell. Leaving the game is Woodley and Allen. So on the floor right now you got Fraley, Bell, Mason, Dallas, and Woodley is actually going to stay on. Denson leaves the game. So pretty small lineup for the most part here. Here's the shot off the glass. It won't go. Fraley, the tallest player on the team right now, on the floor. Jay-Sean Jones is going to the free throw line for the first time in the basketball game. He'll have a couple of shots. I think actually once I do the total, and Dudley's the leading scorer in the game. I said moments ago that I thought it was Allen, but I actually think it's Dudley. But we'll let you know for sure after the end of the third quarter, and I've got a chance to add some things up there. We've had a lot of action in this basketball game from starting to where we are now, and that's going to be the case throughout. Still anybody's ball game, but Model's got the lead 41-30. Next free throw on the way, and that one's going to be through. So the score moves to 41-31 in favor of Model, and we get ready for Mason to inbound the ball here for the Blue Devils. Is going to get it in to Woodley. Woodley across the timeline with it, drives in. What a move to the bucket from the freshman. Didn't look like a freshman on that play for sure. He's got 4 in the game, and that was exciting for the fans. A lot of energy coming from him after that bucket. 43-31. Ball is going to be kicked on the floor, and a little bit of contact there it looked like. So we're going to see a foul called against the Blue Devils, and free throws coming up here. I never saw him say who it was on, but nonetheless we're going to see Thacker Dudley at the free throw line again, and we've seen him at the stripe a few times here in this third quarter of the ball game. First shot's on the way, and that one's off the back of the rim. He'll get ready for a second free throw. Good little ball player, Thacker Dudley. He's had a big-time third quarter in this ball game, helping keep his team in the game. Gets ready for the second free throw, and that one is going to rim out as well. Chasing down the rebound, though, still a battle for it. Coming out with it was Bo Dudley, and he got pushed, so we're going to see a foul against the Model Blue Devils. This time they're going to get John Mason there. Got a little too aggressive, and Chase Allen is going to check into the game for Mason here in a couple of moments when the time is appropriate. 1:05 left to go in the third quarter. Model leads at 43-31 over Bremen. This is the second region game of the year for both teams. Bremen won their first one against Pepperell, and Model lost their first one against Darlington on the road earlier in the week. That was a 10-point ball game, 66-56. Free throw attempt coming up here for Bo Dudley in just a moment. It's on the way, and that one's going to rattle in. Chase Allen inbounds the ball to Stevie Dallas. Dallas is going to bring it up the floor here for the Model Blue Devils. Allen onto Woodley on the left wing side. Little jump shot, going to miss that one from about the free throw line. 50 seconds on the clock remaining in the third quarter. We're almost down to the final frame of basketball for you tonight. Bremen with it, a heave to the right wing side. Wide open three, rims out there for number 4, Pearson. It was a good shot, but just didn't quite get in. There's Fraley with the layup attempt. It's missed. Collision underneath, and the ball's coming back to Bremen. It went out of bounds. So we get ready for the Blue Devils to inbound the ball. Pearson is going to send it in. Buffington wasn't quite ready for it when Pearson was ready to send it in, but as soon as he looked over, he inbounded the ball. We're under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Buffington with it. He'll pick it up, sends it back outside. They start to drive the lane. A little pass down near the baseline. They kick it back out. Now make a move inside. A shot is missed. Chase Allen's got it. Shot clock off. Young man dives in, forces a jump ball. Bo Dudley would leap for the ball, grabbed a hold of it. You hear the Boo Birds come out on the Model side. They called that jump ball awfully quick. But Bremen will inbound the ball off the inbound pass. Shot is up and through the cylinder. Pearson is able to convert, and the score moves to 43-34. 4 seconds left. They got to move fast. There is a heave towards the bucket with 0.3 seconds left to go for Woodley, and he's going to go to the free throw line with 3 shots here after being fouled from way out. So Woodley is at the free throw line. He will be shooting 3. So Woodley at the stripe for the first time of this ball game. 0.3 ticks left on the clock. We're almost down to the final frame of the game. Right now, Coach Chambers asking for some explanation right now from one of the officials. A lot of back and forth here. And now the official will bring the ball over to Woodley. And it looks like some exchange of words between Coach Travis and Coach Chambers of Bremen. We'll see how this is all going to shake out. Right now it looks like we may have a little bit of a meeting of the minds between the officials as they get everything sorted out. We've got a technical foul against each one of the coaches. Head coaches from each team as they were having a discussion. So we'll see how all this shakes out. Right now as it stands, we've got Woodley at the free throw line, who will have 3 free throw shots, but then we'll sort out all the technical stuff that was going on. That was certainly interesting. Shot is going to be through. Woodley gets a big round of applause there. The freshman having a big game. That was his 5th point of the game. Officials have a little bit of a conference here with 0.3 seconds left to go and 2 more shots coming up here for Chaden Woodley. Second shot, that's also through. Unfazed is the freshman at the free throw line. Knocks down 2. Can he make it a third and make it the triple? Shots on the way, and that one's going to rattle off the rim, and time expires as Bremen was going up for the rebound. So that is the end of the third quarter. Model leads it 45-34, an 11-point lead going into the final frame when we come back in 1 minute.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors are tough thanks to more built-in weight, so they can safely pull flex-wing mowers and rescue neighbors stuck in the mud. And you're tough too. You haul feed and pull a float in your hometown parade.
Let's pray.
And still make it to supper. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Battle of the Blue Devils tonight for you. This is our nightcap, the boys game. Right now Model has an 11-point 45-34 lead as we enter the final 8 minutes of the basketball game. We get ready for John Mason to inbound the ball for the Model Blue Devils, and they will open up with possession here to start the final frame. Stevie Dallas with it, being guarded right now by Buffington. We got a player down on the floor, and I was looking at the ball where Stevie Dallas is, and somehow a man went down here for this Bremen team, number 11, and I'm really not sure what happened. And I do have replay tonight, but the battery died on the screen that I have, so I won't get another look at that. So I can't describe to you on the radio what just happened there, again, because I was looking at Stevie Dallas, who had the basketball, and this happened on the other side of the floor. But right now, coach for Bremen is having a look at that young man. Mason goes over to the bench. This has been kind of a wild last couple of minutes here, folks. But bringing it up the floor is going to be Buffington. He sends it across to the left side. Now back over to Bremen on the right wing side. Must have been a collision or something of that nature. But Buffington's got the ball, feeds it underneath, goes in, puts it up, misses the shot. We're going to have a foul. And right now, the young man that went down on the floor for Bremen's being checked out by their trainers. Thomas Patterson is into the game here for the Blue Devils, and shooting 2 is going to be Joshawn Jones. 45-34 your score. Model leads it. First shot is going to be missed by Jones. He'll get ready for a second free throw. He's got 6 points in the game here for Bremen. Leading scorer in the game is Thacker Dudley. He's got 15. Behind him is going to be Chase Allen for Model. He's got 12. But Model brings it back the other way after the 2 missed free throws. Nice spin move there by Allen. Puts it up. It rims out. Rebound battled for by Thomas Patterson and also Chase Allen. Allen ended up with the ball and got pushed. Right now, Thacker Dudley pleading the case for Joshawn Jones. He didn't like that call, but going to lose that battle as Model's going to get ready to inbound the basketball with a 45-34 lead. With 7:26 remaining in the ball game. Stevie Dallas set to inbound the ball, gets it into Owen Mathis. Mathis with it on the right wing side, back over to Stevie. Now they work it over to Woodley. Sends it over to Mathis on the left wing side. He had cut that way. Back out to Dallas, long range three, but it's in his range. Stevie Dallas nails it. He's got 16 points in the ball game and leads all scores. Wow, what a shot. Stevie Dallas has knocked down 3 threes in this game. There's a turnaround shot missed by Thacker and a whistle and a foul. It's we got a little pushing and shoving going on right now between Model, Woodley, and then also Thacker Dudley. Emotions are running high here in this basketball game, so we'll see how the officials sort this out. It's been a tense last few minutes of the ball game, and right now the officials are going to do their best to kind of get everybody back under control. So we'll have a little bit of a stoppage of play here as they get everything sorted out. Obviously, we're going to have a technical foul that's going to take place. This has been a wild game, particularly here in the second half. 6:56 remains here in the game. Model leads at 48-34, a 14-point lead. And right now, both teams are in a timeout as the officials, like I say, try to get the temperature to go down a bit before they resume play here in this basketball game. So this gives us an opportunity to let you know what's coming up for the Model Blue Devils. Next game's going to be on Tuesday over at Heard County against the Braves. You'll have girls and boys. Girls will be at 6. 7:30 will be tip-off for boys. The next broadcasts are going to be the next home games. Next Friday, we'll be back here a week from today against Haralson County at 7 and 8:30, and turn around and do it again the next day on Saturday, December the 14th. Calhoun girls, really good basketball team, will be here facing the Model girls. That'll be a good one. And the North Paulding making the travel up here to Woodard Gymnasium to face the Model Blue Devils. That should be a great night of basketball. And then the following week, it'll be time for the Seven Hills Rotary Christmas Tournament. It would not be the Christmas season around these parts if you did not have that annual event. And so we got a lot of basketball coming up in the coming weeks. And as we talked about earlier in the broadcast, just want to wish you and yours Merry Christmas and holiday season. I hope it's a special one for you. I hope it got off to a great start with Thanksgiving. I've already been queuing up a lot of Christmas music and that sort of thing, and my wife's been working really hard. Tip of the cap to her, getting the decorations out in full force this year. We got a Christmas wonderland at our house. I love it. Model with the basketball. They drive in, kick it out. Woodley's got it, drives into the paint. Ball's going to be blocked. Here comes Bremen on the other end of the floor. Thacker's got it, goes into the paint, puts it up. That one rims out. Allen is able to leap up and grab the rebound. Cross-court pass down to Mathis, handles it and through. What a feed from Chase Allen. Heads up play. Owen Mathis and the finish. Man, that was something. 50-34 your score. Model up. Timeout called. 6:23 left. We're back in 30 seconds. Man, what a play.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Well, the Model Blue Devils are in business right now. They are up by 16 points after an emphatic score. Cross-court pass from Chase Allen to Owen Mathis. Heads-up play, great finish. Model leads at 50-34. We got 6:21 left to go in this ball game. And man, Model Blue Devils putting it together here in the fourth quarter. It's been a very tense second half between two Blue Devils teams really getting after it and playing hard, and that's going to happen sometimes in the game, but Model getting it dialed in here and starting to pour it on a little bit here late in this ball game. So let's see if they can keep it going. Again, 6:21 left to go in the game. Model leads it 50-34. Bremen brings it up the floor. Brandon Dunn has got it. No. That's actually Josh Merrill. He'll feed it across to Buffington. Buffington with the ball. And Buffington going to fire it down low. That was a nice pass after a backdoor cut. Shot is missed, though, and they will get the rebound, fire it back out. Buffington thought about the three, but Mathis with good defense there, closed the gap, did not give him an open look. And now Chase Allen comes out with the ball. They feed it down to Stevie Dallas. Dallas with it on the right wing side for Model. Now back up to Chase. Woodley's got it now to Owen Mathis. Good ball movement on this possession here for the Blue Devils. They feel like they're in a rhythm right now. Thomas Patterson trying to get it to the rim, gets fouled, and Thomas is going to the free throw line, and that young man is fired up right now. A lot of energy right now on the floor for this Model Blue Devils team. You got Thomas Patterson, also you got Chaden Woodley, Chase Allen, Owen Mathis, Stevie Dallas, and all playing with a lot of fire, and they're really in sync with each other right now. Coach Travis has got to be pleased with the effort that he's gotten from his team today. Playing with a lot of confidence. That one's going to rim out. We get ready for the second free throw here for Thomas Patterson. Subs coming into the game here for Bremen. Checking in, you're going to have number 21. That's Landon Hanna. And then the other, I think, was number 15, Andrew Muldoon. Second shot on the way, and that one rattles in. So Thomas shooting 50% from the free throw line, 2 of 4. 5:35 left to go in the game. Model leads it 51-34. Looking for their first win of the year. Shot on the way, and that one's too strong. Misses everything. Trying to chase it down with Stevie Dallas. Good heads up there, not touching the ball. As it was last touched by Bremen, it went out of bounds. And now Chase Allen fed it in to Stevie, who gave it right back to Chase. Chase dribbles between his legs. Now back over to Stevie. He's at midcourt at the M. Now over to Woodley. Back up top to Owen Mathis. Mathis drives in, tries to feed it down low to Thomas Patterson. The ball is deflected out of bounds by Bremen. Bremen going to have another sub into the game. Coming back in is Josiah Serbe. I think I've said it now twice the same way in this game. Checking out is going to be Eli Brock. Stevie's going to send it in to Owen Mathis on the right wing side. Still hadn't dribbled. Now it's going to send it over to Chase Allen, who will dribble and drive into the paint. Goes to work, spins around, kicks it out. There's Mathis. Thought about the three, had second thoughts. Gives it off to Stevie Dallas. Lost the handle for a second. Tracks it down at about midcourt. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it over to Allen. Three ball in the air. Rattles off the rim. And Patterson's there for the rebound. Can't get the shot off. Hard contact, he's fouled and is going to the free throw line. So Patterson's done a great job in this second half of challenging underneath and getting contact, getting to the free throw line. He's shooting 50%. Let's see if he can knock one or two down here. Create a little bit more padding there on the scoreboard. He made the first one. Now Model leads at 52-34. So they've got an 18-point lead. Make it 19. He makes 2 in a row. He's made 3 of the last 4. 4 of 6 from the charity stripe in the game. Patterson here in the second half. Good job by Thomas Patterson, creating a little bit of cushion for his team from the free throw line and challenging underneath. Owen Mathis got the ball. Now they try to send it down to Allen, but the pass is picked off on a heads-up play by Serbe. Now they send it to the left wing side. Underneath, nice pass over to Hanna. Pass was from number 13, Josh Merrill. They were able to convert. That was a good play. Credit where credit's due. Here's Owen Mathis. Sends it around to Woodley. Woodley back up top to Stevie Dallas. Kicks it out. Mathis for three. It's money. Yes, sir. You know, if you leave him wide open like that, he's going to knock it down, and he does. Like his other three that he had earlier in the game, as soon as it left his hands, I could have closed my eyes and told you it went in. Bremen's got it. 56-36. Model leads it by 20. They busted this thing wide open. We're under a half to go of the fourth quarter. 3:43 left to go in the quarter. Bryson Denson going to check back in for Model and Woodley, and checking back into the game for Bremen is going to be Eli Brock. Leaving the game is going to be Andrew Muldoon. So Chase Allen set to inbound the ball. It looks like Model's going to try to put the exclamation point on their first win of the season if they can hang on and add to this. Man, they're up by 20. And a pretty competitive basketball game. Allen leaves it off and then sets a pick here for Stevie Dallas. Three ball in the way, on the way. It's missed. Rolled across the rim. Bremen got the ball back. Here they come the other way. Into the paint goes Merrill. Sends it to left wing side, and that's going to be a blocking foul against the Blue Devils. And a couple of shots are coming up. They're going to get Patterson on that one. So free throws coming up for Josiah Jones. He missed his last two. He is 1 of 4 from the stripe in this basketball game. So Josiah Jones, fans try to make some noise there, affect his shot, but he's dialed in and makes the first. So Model leads at 56-37. We got 3:17 left to go in this ball game. One more shot coming up for Jones, and he's going to leave that one short. Patterson's there for the board. Now Bryson Denson with the ball. He's across the timeline. Dribbles in front of the scorer's table. Spins around, gets fouled. They're going to charge Josh Merrill with that one. Too much contact for the officials' taste. And Bryson Denson is going to take another trip to the charity stripe where he's 2 for 2. So 2 shots coming up for Bryson Denson here late in this ball game, and his team up by 19 points. So not a ton of pressure on these shots, but he makes the first. He is now 3 of 3 from the stripe in the ball game. Second shot coming up. Can he make it 4 in a row? Yes, he does. So Model now with a 21-point, 58-37 lead with 3 minutes and a couple seconds left on the clock here in the ball game. It does look like they're well on their way to getting their first win of the year. Josiah Survey, first of many, I'll say. This is a good basketball team. Long shot, 3 ball is missed. Rebound taken by Chase Allen, and he travels as he hits the deck after getting the rebound. Hit it pretty hard too, get some help up there from Thomas Patterson and Owen Mathis, and we'll see Bremen inbound the ball with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. We'll have a brief wrap up after the ball game and then bid you adieu tonight because it's almost 10 o'clock and I'm hungry. Inbound pass, shot off the backboard, too strong. Owen Mathis with a rebound, nice feed down to Stevie Dallas. He'll back up around the perimeter and set up the half-court offense here for the Blue Devils. At midcourt is Dallas, dribbling with those really bright lime green shoes. Bryson Denson on to Owen Mathis, back to Stevie. Stevie spins around, looking for some help from a teammate. Ball is poked out of bounds there by Landon Hanna, and the ball will stay on Model's end of the floor with 9 seconds left on the shot clock. 2:18 left to go on the game clock. Chase Allen feeds it in. There's Owen Mathis, jacks up the 3, and it's 3, number 3. Oh my goodness, Owen Mathis, and another one. He has got a good looking shot. 61-37 is your score in favor of Model, almost to the 2-minute mark. And now we are 2 minutes to go. With the ball is Josiah Survey, sends it to the left wing side. Now back up top for Bremen. Into the game now is Jamison Carter. I don't think we've seen him so far in this game. If we haven't, it hasn't been much. And a whistle and a foul called against the Blue Devils, and we're going to see free throws coming up, it looks like, after the foul from Chase. Checking back into the game for Model in a moment, it's going to be Dominic Fraley. So 2 shots coming up here for Jyshawn Jones. I'll get it out eventually. Bear with me. Shot is up. That one rattles off the rim. We get ready for the second free throw as Fraley checks into the game here for Allen. 1:48 left to go in the ball game, and Model's going to win this one. They're up 61-37. Don't see many ways that Bremen can get back into this one down by that much with this little time left to go. Second shot is through. Model going to inbound the ball. Patterson gets it into Bryson Denson. Denson across the timeline picks up his dribble, was trapped and was trying to get somebody to help bail him out, and the pass sailed out of bounds on him. Checking into the game for the first time tonight, it's going to be Braden Marshall for the Model Blue Devils. Thomas Patterson checking out of the game, maybe for the last time. We'll see. 1:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. Model up 61-38. Bremen with it on the left wing side. Three balls going to be missed. Fraley going in for the rebound. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Model. So Bremen's going to inbound the ball with 1:27 left to go and trailing 61-38. They trigger it in underneath. Shot is up. Missed. Going back the line is going to be Jones, who spent a good amount of time at the charity stripe here in this fourth quarter. But for the most part, he's been unable to cash in. 61-38 your score. Model leads at 1:25 left to go. Shot from Jones, and that one is through. So he'll get ready for a second free throw. And another substitution in the game. Thacker Dudley checks back in here for Bremen. We get ready for the second shot from Jyshawn Jones. Spins the ball, goes through his routine. That one rims out. Rebound is going to be taken by Model. They'll bring it back the other way. Marshall's got the ball. Braden feeds it off to Denson. Now on the left wing side to Mathis. Back to Denson. To a cutting Stevie Dallas on the right wing side. I thought they were going to pass it to Marshall there for a second. He's got the ball and travels. He was getting ready to make a move towards the paint. He kind of shuffled his feet before he started a dribble right in front of the official. And they're going to call that every time. So now Bremen's going to inbound the ball. They get it into Jamison Carter, who's seen limited minutes here in this basketball game. Carter going to bounce past the left wing side. Two passes, shot on the way, and that one rims off. But the rebound goes to Bremen. 54 seconds, so we're officially under a minute in this one. Bremen with the ball. Carter feeds it up top, gets it over to Hanna. Hanna with it. It's going to leave it off for Jones. Jones drives into the lane. And guess what? He draws more contact. We're going to see more free throw shots before this thing is over from Mr. Jones. So we got 43.6 seconds left in the game. Model's got the 61-39 lead. So this one's just a matter of the final score at this point. Shot on the way. That one rolls around the rim for what felt like an eternity, and then finally went through. We'll get ready for the second one from Jones of this pair, and that cuts it to a 21-point ball game in favor of Model. Jones with one more coming up of this pair. That one is going to clank off the front of the rim. Rebound taken by Fraley and Model, and Denson with it across the timeline. Fires it to Owen Mathis. They left him wide open, and guess what? He made them pay. You can't leave him open. He's going to sink it every time. Good look, good shot. 64-40 your score. 27.8 seconds left on the clock. And Coach Chambers from Bremen calls a timeout. We're going to take it with him. 27.8 on the clock. Model up by 24. 64-40 when we come back after a 30-second break.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
All right, Bremen with it on the other end. 19 seconds left on the clock. Seeing if they can put up another score. Ball is stolen away by Bryson Denson, and he will dribble the ball. They'll pass it around a couple of times. Owen Mathis Now back over to Denson. 5 seconds on the clock. Shot clock obviously is off at this point, and Denson gets the honor of dribbling out the final seconds of the game, and the Model Blue Devils have their first win of the 2024-2025 season by a final score of 64-40. Congratulations to Coach Travis and his Model Blue Devils on getting that first victory. Their record moves to 1-2 on the season, 1-1 in region play. Meanwhile, Bremen has been dealt their third loss of the season. They're now 3-3 and dealt their first loss of region play at 1-1. Let's send it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, give you the final totals of the game and some final comments, and wrap things up here on Model Basketball. We'll be back in 2.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP Lithium-Ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP Lithium-Ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of Club Car innovation.
At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable. Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience.
All right, folks, we welcome you back into Model Basketball Night here on WLAQ and the Northwest Georgia Media live stream for one more segment here, and that's to wrap it all up. But it's been a great night for the Model Blue Devils as they pick up the sweep in varsity basketball. The girls won earlier tonight by a final score of 46-38, and then the boys wrap it up in the nightcap, pulling away to win with a whopping fourth quarter. 64-40 was your final score. Model won by 24 for their first win of the regular season here on the very beginning of the season. So with that said, we'll break down the scoring. We'll start with the Bremen Blue Devils, who came up a little bit short tonight. Rhett Pearson would have 4 points. You would get 10 points from Joshawn Jones. A lot of those from the free throw line. As a matter of fact, half of his points from the charity stripe. 5 points for Bo Dudley, 2 apiece for Josh Merrill, Eli Brock, and also Landon Hanna had 2 points. The leading scorer tonight for the Bremen Blue Devils with 15 was Thacker Dudley. He had a really big third quarter, and in that quarter he would score, let's see, I believe 13 of his 15, if I look at that right. Meanwhile, for the victorious Model Blue Devils, they'd pick up 8 points from Bryson Denson, also 6 points from Chaden Woodley, 2 points for Dominic Fraley, 4 for Thomas Patterson, all from the free throw line. Then you would have 12 points from Chase Allen, but the 2 top scorers in tonight's game would be Owen Mathis and Stevie Dallas. Stevie would have 16 points. Owen would have 16 as well. Stevie would knock down 4 threes. Owen would have 4 threes as well. And I was going to see if I could look up and see if anybody else had any threes. Yeah, those 2 young men had 4 threes apiece. So a total of 8 made threes, I believe, for Model in the basketball game. But it was a good night. There were some moments in the game where it got a little bit chippy. Definitely a lot of excitement, a lot of things took place, a lot of action. That game had a little bit of everything, but the most important part, it resulted in a win for the Model Blue Devils, and a lopsided one at that. They win at 64-40, pulling away there in the fourth quarter of the basketball game, holding Bremen to 1 field goal in that quarter. The rest of their points came from the free throw line. So with that said, that's pretty much going to put a wrap on it for you tonight. A victorious night inside of Woodard Gymnasium for the Model Blue Devils. The girls win, the boys win. It was a special night, big crowd, great atmosphere. Definitely fun early part of the season games for you tonight, and it was a fun way to open up our coverage with Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ. So with that said, we'll recognize the crew one more time and then bid you adieu. PA announcer tonight was Grayson Atkins, cameras Clay Hardiker and Bennett Abernathy, scoreboard and graphics Caleb Bice, replay David Corbin. Director, guru, and fixer of stuff, as we've said throughout tonight, Nathan Patterson. And for Lynn Butler back at the studio, I'm Matt Davis with play-by-play coverage on WLAQ and Northwest Georgia Media. And for you, the listener and the viewer, we appreciate you. Go Model Blue Devils. They win them tonight, 64-40, your final score in the boys game. And earlier tonight, 46-38, the victory in the girls game. A special night for the folks in Model Blue. Well, appreciate you tuning in. That's going to put a wrap on it for you tonight. We're going to send it back to the Infinity Sports Network on WLAQ, and we'll see you next week for more model basketball with Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ. Have a great night, everybody. We appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. Good night.